All right, this is the Chem 101 Exam 1 video key. What I'm going to do is go through this exam question by question and explain what the answers were, and also try to give you some idea of the point breakdown for each answer. Hopefully this will help you when you're deciding whether or not to get your test regraded, and also it should help you as you're studying for the final exam. Questions that were on this exam might show up in some form on the final exam. All right, so you'll notice I have written the name of the person taking the test. In this case, it's Bruce Banner. Bruce Banner always takes my first exam. It's written on every page, and the exam is pledged. That's very important. The first thing you do anytime you take one of my exams, make sure that you pledge it. All right, so question 1. True or false? Conversion factors are taken into account when calculating significant figures. Explain your answer. Conversion factors are not taken into account. This is false. All right, the reason is that conversion factors are defined values. Right, they're values that we get from the periodic table. Somebody else calculated them. They're not part of any measurement that we have made. So we do not take them into account when we're looking at significant figures for the problem. You got 1 point for saying false or no or something to that effect, and another point for your explanation. Just remember, explain your answer. All right, the 2 characteristics of a scientific hypothesis. Hypotheses must be testable and falsifiable. All right, again, not a spelling teacher. Okay, testable and falsifiable, 2 essential characteristics. Great. All right, let's down at number 3. Oh, incidentally, 1 point for each of these guys. All right, for number 3, we have to classify each of the following as a, pure substance or some kind of mixture, either a homogeneous mixture or a heterogeneous mixture. Let's look at the first one, salad dressing. Now, anybody here, hopefully everybody in the class has eaten salad before, has put dressing on there. You should know that salad dressing, if you look at it, you can clearly tell it's made up of different stuff. Oh, whoever's texting me needs to stop. All right, let me turn that on to ignore. Sorry about that, guys. Ignore. Don't want to talk to you. Okay. All right, so salad dressing's got stuff in it. This is a mixture. And furthermore, it's a heterogeneous mixture. All right, iodine crystals. Iodine crystals are just made up of iodine, which is an element on the periodic table. So since just iodine is in iodine crystals, this is a pure substance. All right. Part C, potassium bromide dissolved in water. KBr, dissolved in water. So in this case, we've got some ionic compound that's in aqueous solution. So if something's in solution, if something's been totally dissolved, it shouldn't matter whether we take a sample from the bottom of the beaker or the top of the beaker, right? If it's totally dissolved, it should be the same concentration throughout. So since it's a mixture, but it's got the same concentration throughout the sample, we call it a homogeneous mixture. Okay? All right, next one is air. Again, we talked about that in class. It doesn't matter if you take a sample of air from, the top right-hand corner of the class or the bottom left-hand corner of the class. There should be the same proportions of gas in the air. So this is a homogeneous mixture. Great. 1 point for each of these. No partial credit for that. All right, number 4. We've got to name the following groups on the periodic table. So this is just simply, did you memorize these? So group 2A is the alkaline earth metals. If you put alkali earth metals, no dice. Alkaline earth metals. These guys are the chalcogens. Group 6A in the oxygen family. Group 1A, alkali metals. Again, if you said alkaline metals, you got that wrong. 7 is the halogens, and 8 are the noble gases. I think I also accepted rare gases for this one, but I don't know if anybody put that. Noble gases are non-reactive guys over there. Okie dokie. Now on to number 5 here, and this was one that I think a lot of folks struggled with. First thing, let me say that if you like mess this one up on the first part and you propagated your error through that question, I tried to give you points for having the correct setup, even if you got the incorrect answer here. That would lead you to get incorrect numbers down below. So hopefully that worked out okay. All right, so we're told Earth's oceans have an average depth of 3.8 times 10 to the 3rd meters, a total surface area of this many kilometers, and an average concentration of dissolved gold of this many grams per liter. And we want to know how many grams per gold are in the ocean. Okay, I'm just too popular. I have a phone call. To be continued in the next video.